we're live at 4 p.m. sharp. What did we tell you?
For those of you watching later, it's 4:48 p.m.
It is not 4 p.m. sharp. Mm-hmm. They were not on time, as they promised to be.
But we're here, and that's what's important.
That's right.
Somebody's got to put you guys to bed, and feed you dinner. And, we're not absent parents. We're just...
We went out to get cigarettes, but we came back.
Yeah. We're not absent parents. We're parents who are just trying their best.
We came back at 4 a.m. in the morning, and now we want to throw a ball.
Oh, boy. But, what a few 3 weeks.
What a few 3 weeks it's been.
What a few 3 weeks it's been. I can't even think of what's been happening.
Movie news. What do we got?
I don't know, but you know what I can check it on? How many fingers am I holding up the Facebook group? I'm sure we've been talking about something on there. You can join now and get in on the discussion, and through that, we'll talk about you. We did just have that a Venom trailer that came out, which was pretty lame.
Yeah, I was remarking to Mr. Dan Martin, who will be a guest on our Avengers Infinity War episode that we're recording today.
Mm-hmm.
But they played the Venom teaser before that, even though the full trailer for Venom is out now.
Really?
And I saw all three of the movies we're reviewing today, right in a row. And before two of them, they played the Venom teaser. And even though I saw two of them at the same theater, one of those times they played the Venom teaser, and the other time they played the full trailer, which they must have some sort of must be predetermined what's getting played before those.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe they just didn't get the trailer until the second time that I saw
Yeah, I
the
don't
movie.
think I saw it at all in theaters with these three movies these past 3 days.
I mean, the full trailer is not too much better.
It's not.
We get a little bit of dialogue from what's his face from The Night Of.
Oh, yeah.
And also from Rogue One. I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I can't think of it. It's one of those days. And we get some really great dialogue, "You're working for the bad guy?" With that fucking, where is that accent supposed to be from? What is the...
America.
Yeah. I'm just an American guy. And
the journalist from Brooklyn.
And
Riz Ahmed. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Intern Dan. Behind the camera.
Yeah. And even the Venom kind of reveal is a little goofy too. And
it looks almost not that it doesn't look well put together, the Venom animation, but something about all of it just looks like a student film or a fan film made about Venom. It just doesn't feel like a real movie. Yeah,
it's weird. The animation's weird. It kind of looks like he's slipping on his Venom hoodie from Hot Topic, where it's kind of can you zip it across this way? And his teeth yeah, I don't know.
I think what makes it feel that way, disembodied voice, is...
You should get in here.
Come on, Dan.
Get in here.
What's up, guys?
This is Dan Merton.
And our viewership just goes through the roof.
Give us the Dan! 2 people actually just joined.
Pretty amazing. But back to the Venom, the VFX for the Venom suit. I think what happened is they went a little too hard on the symbiote concept.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up being a lot more Green Lantern style animated and kind of gross and fake.
It's
looking.
Oily and greasy, and there's a lot of highlights reflected on him. It looks like actual liquid instead of he was kind of velvety. It looked like in the comics.
Yeah, I don't know what the solve is. I don't know how I'd do better.
Symbiotes. Symbiotes.
Did they say that so weird in the
I know.
trailer?
Well, Jenny Slate says it over and over again. She's like, we think we have something called symbiotes. And
symbiotes.
What these symbiotes?
With the testing, I got kind of a Deadpool vibe.
Mm-hmm.
With that sort of superhero factory they have going on.
Yeah.
So.
Huh. Yeah, it's
I'm also way less interested in it now that I know that it's like I thought it was going to be tied into actual Spider-Man, like the Homecoming Spider-Man,
right.
but it's not.
Mhm.
It's just going to be Venom. Maybe they'll talk about it, but I don't think so because I don't think it's an MCU film.
Sony.
Like Spider-Man: Homecoming was Sony, but it was in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
Whereas this, I think, is still outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Which is
Yeah.
just like, what does Venom matter without Spider-Man?
Yeah,
I'm looking it up.
that was weird. We also had that really great Anthony Hopkins video.
What is the context of
I
it?
don't know. I'm like really hoping it's just something he just randomly posted to social media one day.
It kind of looks like my brother will do Snapchats like this. He's like raging by himself.
I saw that. That really,
That spoke to me at a deep
yeah.
level.
I was like, this has to go on the group.
What else do we got going on?
Anthony Hopkins was the last answer when I won Trivia HQ on Thursday.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, it was like who posts like their own paintings or something on their Twitter or what celebrity? It was like him and two other like people of his stature. And then I won $4.75. I'm gonna.
Kevin posted the Upgrade trailer. Did you guys see that before in your
That-
movies?
Looks kind of cool.
It's from Blumhouse,
Right.
which
So
makes me kind of interested in it, just because they've been kind of racking up some at least solid stuff.
it looks like a better. What was that GoPro movie that we watched?
Hardcore Henry.
Hardcore Henry. Yeah, so like the premise is like, I mean, you can watch it on the Facebook group, but the premise is that I guess it's kind of like a
Inspector Gadget.
it's very RoboCop kind
Yeah.
of, where they're like, he's like, somebody attacked me and my wife, and then like he wakes up in a hospital with like a shady guy who's like, we put a computer in your spine, and he's like, okay, and then I guess he kind of, and it's very strange because I watched that right before the Venom trailer. That was like my YouTube like commercial. And the robot has like an internal monologue in his head where he's kind of like, all right, I give you control to like
Mhm.
kill these people, kind of. And then there's also like this internal monologue with the Venom.
So that's the part that does seem kind of cool because at the beginning of the trailer, you're like, all right, it's another like, oh, they killed my wife, I gotta get vengeance thing. It seems like it's gonna be like he tries, maybe starts taking steps towards getting vengeance and maybe wants to back out, or like
Right.
the robot in his head wants to take it too far and it's like fighting against like what's inside your head, and
Right.
that could be kind of a cool take on it. Like, I don't know, there's some funny moments in the trailer of him like doing like the faces because he doesn't want to be fighting while he's like fighting these guys.
Yeah, he's warning like the people that he's fighting as he's fighting. He's like, hey, this is probably gonna kill you or something. Yeah, that looks cool.
I don't know if I would see it if I didn't have Movie Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
just-
let's talk about this whole new Movie Pass development.
Yeah. So
you know the most about this.
so it is still
I got really freaked out when you
I
started
did too.
posting about it.
we're still we can see a movie every day because I tested it
Okay.
out this week and it worked.
Yeah,
but
I hope
think
it worked.
for new promotions. Like now, if you try to sign up now, it's like the iHeartRadio promotion they're running right now,
Right.
and it's one movie per week at the price. So it's like a lower price they're advertising,
It's a different package.
but you're getting iHeartRadio to sort of fill out what you're paying for, and then you can only see a maximum of one movie per week. So 4 movies per month, essentially. Maybe
But-
5 if the month works out right.
But
based on
also,
when you see it.
I mean, that whole package that they're offering, I feel like that doesn't bode well for the movie. Like, did somewhere along the line,
it kind of tips their hat that eventually they're going to be rolling things back.
were there some sort of like whether it's like tax season or whatever, was there some sort of like financial like documents that like that I feel like a lot of people were like, there's confirmation now that this business plan isn't really working.
Well, I don't think we ever expected it to last forever. This business
Right.
plan, like we
Mhm.
always assumed it was going to be they were going to do it forever, and then they were going to sell our information or something, or
That also seems just like how I've said this like a million times when I've just been talking about this and other things to people. I think we were talking about this too. Like something like iHeartRadio just declared bankruptcy because they're $2 billion in debt.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
not a good company to partner with.
fucking yeah, no, and that's like fucking wild. $2 billion, like, but that's like kind of how companies just exist now. Like, there's so many companies that you use every day, and like I don't even know if like Spotify's like profitable yet. Kind of
Well, they
like
just
thing,
went
like they're
public.
all but like these companies go years and years and years just losing like
Well, I mean, this
incredible
is still,
amounts of money.
technically like a startup, I think. So, I
Mhm.
mean, a lot of the articles I was reading weren't too worried. They're like, it's pointing to the fact that eventually they're going to try to pivot to become a profitable company. So I think for right now, we're all right because they're still going to be running out the rest of their funding money, and they can still get new investors and keep funding that way. But eventually, they're probably going to switch to either one a week or a certain amount per month. It's not going to be as sort of unlimited as it feels right now.
Will we be grandfathered in?
I don't
Or
know.
do you think not? Probably. I can deal with one movie a week that's still worth the price. And
Yeah, I would still.
it's also, I said this like too, especially because I like basically started working for like a medical data company. It's kind of like, dude, if they were like, hey, like, or you ordered your like ticket or whatever, like, do you know, they want to be a movie data company basically to sell to their clients who need that data to advertise and produce and yada yada yada. They should do something where like before or after the movie, just like you're getting all these movie tickets practically for free. Just answer a few questions about the movie. Before and after. Oh, did this trailer before this make you want to see that? Yes or no? Did he, or what? Like they have our age. Like that's something where it's kind of like we're in this whole debacle with like Facebook, like using our information. I will gladly give MoviePass whatever the fuck they want so that we can continue this like business model. Like I embrace being like a data-driven, like I don't know.
Although I think they're getting a decent amount of information just based on your age bracket, your location, and the frequency of when you see the movies and what movies you see. Like that's a wealth of information for them right now. Like, 40% of people in the 18 to 24 bracket are going to see movies on Wednesday nights or Thursday nights, or they're going to see these types of movies, and they see this many movies per week, and that's a lot of valuable information right there. Like without even having to ask us, like, do you like comedies or action?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And this is even probably more accurate information because it shows, like, yeah, I can say I like seeing comedies more, but I went to see 5 Marvel movies last month.
Right, yeah. They did it. There was something at like South by Southwest or something where they were kind of like tackling this PR issue head on, where they were like, I don't know, he said something like weird during like a panel that he was doing, like the CEO of MoviePass, and he's like, yeah, we know where you are at all times, kind of, or something.
Oh, I got
and
the email where he was apologizing.
Yes. And it's like ever since, like literally like 2 days after I opened the MoviePass app, and it was like not as responsive with GPS and everything, it was kind of like, what movie theater are you at? Instead of telling me what movie theater am I, I was like, that's a little, again, I'm just very for this company, so I'm like, take whatever, keep the camera on. I don't.
Are you listening?
Oh, hey, MoviePass, it's 3 p.m. I'm going to the bathroom right now. It's a little number 1 and 2. Movie
Does this
theater
information help you?
movie theater popcorn is not sitting well.
Oh, boy.
This is the information age, baby. What else are we talking about on the good old
movie news?
They had the newer Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom trailer, which you posted.
Yeah, we saw they had the 3D trailer for that last night, which I'm really not excited for that. I talked about it in the Facebook group, but like, why are we turning the dinosaurs into characters in this movie? And why are they characters that can like actually communicate and interact with humans in this movie? And like just the whole like the blue character and like the scene where like Chris Pratt's like, you ready to do this, girl? Like whatever, like talking to the raptor and like they're gonna like kick ass together. Like that's just not what I needed from a Jurassic Park movie at all. It's not what the Jurassic Park franchise essentially started out with. Like
it's not Turner and Hooch. It's the next movie is just going to be them solving crime together in like New York City.
It also seems like this one is kind of like trying to do a twist on Lost World. Like clearly, like they're going to be like going back to the city area, and you know, like you have the raptor crawling to like the little girl's bedroom. Like it's kind of like the first Jurassic World was replicating Jurassic Park, which was dinosaurs get loose in the park.
Right.
This is going to be dinosaurs get lost in the real world, and then the third one's just going to be awful.
Somebody would have to go like arm deep into a Spinosaurus.
Yeah, I'm just not. The first one was a genuinely good theater experience, so maybe this one will be at least fun to see in theaters.
I mean, they did bring a new element in this newer trailer. Like, I was like really not engaged. I mean, I think like the first teaser trailer, they kind of. Well, no, this trailer is that. Oh, the premise that we showed you in the teaser trailer is actually a con of how we got these characters to come to the island or whatever, you know? So the premise looks like a little more interesting, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm still not
because what
excited.
they're lying to them about the dinosaurs being in danger so they can capture them. So they
can capture Blue so that they can make these, again, like newer dinosaurs or trained dinosaurs or whatever, which it's kind of like that feels like it's territory that's already been tread upon. I don't know.
I think they've been talking about doing that with Jurassic Park as well for a while, because at one point wasn't like one of the new Jurassic Parks going to be like they were building like raptor like super soldiers that were like half human. Like I feel like Blue was already just like, all right, let's just take that concept back a little bit, but it could still communicate and be friends with Chris Pratt. It also feels like a perversion of like in the first one, when like one of my favorite scenes from the first Jurassic Park is when like the T-Rex kind of saves the day from the raptors. But it's not like they're like shaking hands and being like, thanks, T-Rex. Like the T-Rex is still a danger to them. It's just acting on its instincts, and it's going to eat the raptors that are there right now.
You're in the middle of the food chain, basically.
Yeah, right. That was like such a cool moment in the first Jurassic Park, and I feel like they're kind of perverting that by being like, raptors can be our friends too. Like, no, like just because they're the cool dinosaurs that kids relate to, like when they buy action figures, doesn't mean that they should be on our side in the movie. Like they should still be acting like real animals. Real dumb. Not a fan.
Yeah. I'm trying to just
that fucking Solo trailer we saw Avengers in 3D, and the Solo trailer looks even better in 3D. Like clearly that movie was made to be shown in 3D.
Oh yeah, dude. When I went to go, I mean, I'll talk about it more during the episode, but when I went to go see Infinity War, the what's it called? They started playing the trailers, and the audio was behind, and then like it wasn't synced with the video, and then it just went completely silent for a few trailers. And I was like, I remember seeing those fucking like cell phone like videos on Twitter where like people are like fucking like fighting out in the lobby with like AMC managers, where they're kind of like, yeah, like there's nothing we can do. We just have
during Last Jedi.
yeah. Like we just have to like let it play without sound, and like kind of like those are just the rules in AMC, kind of. And like it started happening. Everyone's just kind of like goofing and like laughing at it.
Only the trailers have to play without sound, right? Like it's should be a separate file for the movie.
I don't know. It was just it was like the like Regal kind of like opening thing. Like the sound was very weird and off, and then when it got into the trailers, there was just no sound at all. So things were getting like progressively worse with the sound, with like each file basically. And everyone was kind of goofing and laughing. Like we're all kind of like laughing during the Han Solo like trailer because it was completely silent, and it was just like a weird thing to like watch. And but I was like starting to get nervous. I was like, fuck, man, am I gonna like? I just remember like the AMC thing. They were like, okay, well, like find another viewing. They were like, well, they're all fucking sold out. It's the first night of like Last Jedi kind of. And I just started thinking about that. But then literally, I think some other guy had the same thought as me. He's like, I'll be back. And he like stood in front of the theater and he disappeared, and they just like the sound just came right back on for like the last few trailers.
It was
It was perfectly in sync. It was fine. It was even louder, which I preferred. But yeah, that was scary. I wasn't sure if I was going to see the movie that night. Yeah.
Or if you're going to see a riot.
Right. No, I would have joined in.
Thanos demands your silence, but not that kind of silence.
It was just weird.
But yeah, the Solo trailer is getting me significantly more hyped every time I watch it on the big screen. I'm trying not to let my hopes get up too much, but it was fucking hype seeing that in 3D. Like it looks beautiful in 3D.
Did they add anything to the trailer?
No, but I mean it's the
Okay.
latest trailer.
Mhm.
I don't really like the first teaser for Solo, but the trailer now that has a lot more dialogue that explains a little bit more of the story going
Right.
on is pretty
Uh-huh.
cool. I really appreciate that they kind of do like a different kind of music for the trailer. Like it's
Mhm.
almost like music you would do in like a trailer for any other movie rather than your typical Star Wars score. Like,
Right.
it also doesn't look like I would expect a Ron Howard movie to look like, even for a Star Wars movie. Like it
I mean,
looks kind of dark
How
and
much
gritty.
of it did he direct?
Yeah. It also doesn't really look like I would expect a Chris Lord and
Oh, right. Yeah. hmm
Phil Lord and Chris Lord.
I mean,
What are
it
these?
kind of looks like Chris Miller and Phil Lord. I think.
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller.
I don't know.
The guys that were fired. Lego Boys.
I don't know. I still think it kind of looks like a movie that was like directed by like the chairperson of like Star Wars, kind of, who's kind of like, we've spent way too much fucking money for this movie not to go on. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of
I'm fully prepared for it to be garbage, but
I can also see they probably have the best minds in the world over there
they
at fucking
cut such
Disney.
good fucking trailers every time for Star Wars.
And they can probably honestly make a pretty good movie in post, where they're just kind of like, I don't know. And they had
at
extensive
the very
reshoots.
least, they have some very cool environments that they're interacting with
Mhm.
that look great, especially in 3D. Like there's so much depth to some of those shots
Right.
that they're going into, and I don't know. I have more faith in Alden now that I've seen him in like these longer trailers. Like I think his comedic timing is really going to pay off.
Mhm.
Now that we've heard him talk a little bit more, I have more faith in Donald Glover. Amelia Clarke looks like she's going to be all right. I'm actually really excited for Woody Harrelson to be in a Star Wars movie. I never thought that I would want that, but I feel like he kind of fits the more that I see him in the trailer.
I kind of don't want that. He looks like in that first scene that they had in the teaser trailer, he's got some real fucking goofy hair. Like it's terrible.
I mean, everyone has goofy hair in Star Wars. He's also got goofy hair in real life.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting True Detective out of my head when I see
Did
it.
she shuck your dick? Did she shuck your dick? Oh God! Oh, True Detective. Did we talk about that
Yeah.
on Facebook Live yet?
Not on Facebook Live. You posted in the group.
What was the latest news? Oh, I can't remember that. That they fired Jeremy Saulnier quit. He was
Mhm.
quit after I think he was supposed to direct 3 episodes and he
Mhm.
directed 2 and quit in the middle of the 3rd, or maybe it was 1.5. and
Yeah, I
quit in
think
the
he
middle
did
of the
1.5.
second.
Yeah.
So, and I
That
think they
bodes
were just
well.
going to fill him in with Nick Pizzolatty, however you say his name. The
Yeah.
creator is going to direct his episodes, but like to quit in the middle of an episode, like something must have been real wrong. Where he's just like, "Yeah, I can't even attach my name to this and just finish it out. Like I'm done."
Right.
So, who knows how good that first one is? Who knows how awful that second one is going to be? And I mean, at least the third one will start with the same direction because I don't think they even started filming that one yet.
I don't feel good
I'm
about
worried. I'm worried.
it. Who knows?
I at least think the writing will be all right for this, but now I'm wondering if it's going to be the same cool aesthetic show that we're hoping True Detective would be. They should have just brought Carrie back. Let him direct the whole season again.
They just should stop calling it True Detective and let him write a whole new show. And I mean, obviously,
Well, I
like,
don't think it being called True Detective is the problem. So, I mean, why not let it be marketed as
Yeah,
the
that's
successful
true.
first season of a
Mhm.
show?
right.
And there's already a built-in storyline where people are like, it can't get worse than the second season. And
hmm
you know, if it is good, then it's like a comeback story. If it's bad, then they'll never use True Detective again for sure.
I don't know.
I
It's just
have
weird.
faith that HBO won't let it come out until it's ready to come out. I think they fucked up too hard the
Right.
second season.
I think they put
They've
a
acknowledged that
public
they fucked
statement.
up,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they're going to give it all the time that it needs. We just might be waiting for like 5 years before it's a polished product that's ready to come out.
It's worth it though.
No, I think it'll come out soon. But hopefully it's good.
Mhm.
There's also so many talented people involved with it, just like, with the cast, with Mahershala, and who are the other two people that they...
I don't even know.
There's a few other people that I saw cast in it. Let me look it up.
I'm trying to think of what else we usually talk about. Nothing too crazy has been happening in the box office. Oh, Rampage had premiered at like #1 during its like week, which it probably should. It's like $120 million budget movie. I know. But then the week after that, I think A Quiet Place went back to #1. So that was kind of exciting that movie's doing well.
Ray Fisher, Carmine Giogo.
I don't know if I know either of those people.
Carmen has been in a bunch of movies we've seen. She was in Alien Covenant.
Mhm.
She was in It Comes at Night.
Mm.
She's the wife in It Comes at Night.
You know, it had like a fucking insane cast. Drake's Nice for What video.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, really? It has like every major actress that we've like talked
Is it
about.
like an actual story movie?
No, it's just girls doing their thing.
Be nice for what?
Yeah, like again, Drake follows up with his like love for the Florida Project and had what's her
That's
name?
right, Bria was in it.
Bria Vinay. It just had what's her name from like Ready Player One.
Olivia Cook.
Has Rashida Jones. It has like so many different actresses and like musicians, and it's not really a great video. It looks beautiful, and Drake's part's kind of lame. It's just like a celebration of just all these like really beautiful women, kind of like that. I don't know. It's just a cool kind of cultural, I don't know, thing. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there was something big that we haven't covered.
The Jason Statham shark movie.
God, I kind of hope we don't have to review that. I don't know what's coming out around when it's coming out. Stan Lee might die.
Stan Lee's not doing great. Did I post that video in? I wouldn't post it in the group, but in like squad chat where they have Stan Lee like propped up at a Comic-Con and he's giving autographs and he starts asking people what his name is. I'm like, don't bring him here, man. Like, this is definitely elderly abuse if I've seen it. And like, he's also like, there's like flying rumors that like he's in a nursing home that's like abusing him, but that he's also like sexually harassing people at the nursing home. And there's this huge conspiracy that his daughter's trying to like get all of his money, and I don't know. It's just weird.
I heard that he was completely out of his money.
They keep him on like $1 million payroll at like for or like Marvel Films does, I think. But I mean,
Right.
if you live that, I mean, also, I'm sure he got used to a certain lifestyle, and after a while, comics aren't exactly a lucrative industry right now. I'm sure maybe millions not enough to keep up whatever lifestyle, or I don't know. Who knows?
I just got super thrown off. I'm like browsing through movie news.
Mm-hmm.
I got a photo for that Alita character with the super big fucking eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. I kind of feel like we're going to enter some weird reality where like people are going to start getting surgery to make their eyes look bigger, like
Yeah.
anime characters or something. Yeah, everything in the news is really about Avengers: Infinity War right now.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, it smashed Justice League's opening weekend in one day.
Because the Justice League had a big opening. Didn't put not too well.
I think they had a big opening. It probably just
Really?
fell off after that.
I was talking about this to somebody the other day where I was kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if like it's interesting to think about like who's going to have like the biggest like who made the most money at the end of the year. I like kind of wouldn't be surprised if it's probably going to be Infinity War, but if it was like Black Panther or something, that would be interesting. Just because that's like a one-off movie, and Infinity War is this orgy.
Yeah, the Friday estimates were like 105 million for Infinity War, and the like second place was like A Quiet Place with 3 million. It's like everything siphoned into everyone going to see Infinity War this weekend.
I'm proud to say
Black Panther's still fifth. I mean, these are estimates, but
oh yeah, Dan Parada was talking about that where he's like I went to go pre-order like my Infinity War tickets, and he's like, in Black Panther's still playing in like 3 theaters. He's like, what the fuck? Like it's still going.
we made 1.2 million on Friday, so more for the weekend when that rounds out.
I'm still super interested. I'm surprised more hasn't come out about the decision to kind of be like, because Infinity War was supposed to come out like a month from now, kind of, and then they pushed it forward. And like, does that have anything to do with like, we don't want to like split our findings with, you know, Deadpool 2 and Solo? Like, it just seems weird that that's the movie that would move, though. I don't know. I'm just still interested in why.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they might have just been looking at like what's really coming out around there. We could really dominate if we move it forward. Why even share like a couple of weeks with those movies?
I also think it's just mostly because Robert Downey Jr. said, "Hey, Marvel, can we move this forward a month for my friends on Twitter?" And Marvel said, "Yeah, sure."
Thanks, Robert.
He's like a real life Iron Man, guys. That was the goofiest PR.
Well, I think that's all we get for movie news.
It is.
Um,
It is. I know.
Thanks, Joe. Podcast news. We're reviewing Avengers: Infinity War with this guy over here today. That'll be out this Thursday. We're reviewing Rampage. That'll be out Thursday after that. And then we're reviewing Blockers. And that'll be out Thursday after that.
Very cool.
That's pretty much all we got. So we're going to leave you guys be. We're going to go get to all that recording now, methinks. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Me hopes.
Peace.
Later.